Hey, g'day Rod, this is Braden from Pacific Toyota here in Cairns, mate. Thank you again for your inquiry on our 2020 Mitsubishi Asx, the LS, sitting here in front of me. Absolute glamour of a car, can't wait to take you through it. Obviously, with you guys being down south, like I said, I wanted to do this little video, just take you through the car in as much detail as we can, all the service history, all that kind of thing. It's an absolutely awesome car. A bit of an idea who we are, of course, so Pacific Toyota here in Cairns. So we're lucky enough to have two massive big pre-owned yards up here. I'm currently standing at 235 Mulgrave Road. This is our bigger of the two. So you can see our Toyota Lexus showrooms up the hill there. We've got another yard up at 77 Mulgrave Road here as well. So a little bit further closer to town. And it means we get some absolutely awesome cars like this one here. Like I said, we do turn over a little bit over 200 a month, so they do go very, very quickly. But look, starting from the very, very front of this one, so no chips or cracks or anything across the windscreen. So very tidy across there. And nothing across that roof line there as well. Like I said, we guarantee all our cars and no hail damage, flood damage or anything like that. Tiny little stone chip just there, right at the very lip. But anything like that, let me know if it is a concern for you. I'm sure we can talk to the big fellas and see if we can potentially get it touched up for you. And that's all stuff that we can look at. For example, there is a little stone chip just there that already has been touched up. So very tidy across the bonnet here. We've got that beautiful pearl white in the sunlight. You can see that. Just a little tiny stone chip there and there, I've just noticed. But again, they've all been touched up already, which is just fantastic. Same thing, just there. But otherwise, not too bad across that bonnet. Get me shadow out of the way. Very clean across the actual wheel arches here too. Pretty much brand new tyres on these guys, almost new. You can see the little tyre indicator just there. So absolutely stacks of tread left on those guys. And very tidy looking wheels here as well. Looking very clean through there. I did just keep these out because I wanted to show you all through there as well, so you can see through the suspension and everything, all the little wishbones and that. Looking very clean through the inside of that guard. So right across that front bumper here now. Looking very clean. Can't really see too much to point out at the moment. Just down to that passenger side. So as you can see down the body, so no dents or anything like that. Pretty tidy over the driver's side here. Again, absolutely stacks of tread left in these guys. Very tidy through the inside. And another very tidy looking wheel here as well. Sort of struggling to point much out. While we are here though, and while we are at these mirrors, so we just got the one key with this one. Sometimes we do get lucky, sometimes they do hand in a spare key later on down the track. If that is the case, I will post it down to you, but for the time being it is advertised as just having one key. So when you lock and unlock those, these will fold in, so that way you know the car is locked. And of course it just gives you protects the mirrors a little bit at shopping centres and stuff like that when they tuck in when it's locked. On the actual keys here, on the the doors here on the passenger in the front and the driver's side, you got these little black buttons, so it's going to lock the car as well. So we push that and push it again to unlock it. So the reason being, if you've got the keys in your pocket or bag or anything like that, it means you can just push that button as long as the key is within the proximity of that door, and it's going to unlock the car for you as well. So pretty tidy through here. Electric windows the whole way around. Little tiny sort of mark just there, but nothing too bad. Little tiny scuff just here. I'd say someone's feet's just sort of caught that lip just jumping in and out. But very clean otherwise, even through the door jambs. Got your build plate and everything there for you as well. So even through there, looking super tidy. Across the dash and everything for you. Down to the back. That roof's not too bad at all. And of course just those rear seats for you too. Pretty clean across the driver's seat there. And the passenger one here as well. Now while we're here, so your manuals, logbooks, everything's all on the inside here. So previously rental vehicles, like I said, there's only a couple rental companies that we do use. So here we go, because this is the reason why. So because we get cars that are very tidy, just like this one here, and of course perfect service history. So 2021 first service at 14,000 kilometers. So these are going to be done every 12 months or 15,000. So next one in 2022 at 29,000 kilometers, and then 2023 at 45. So as you can see from the little reminder sticker up there, not due again until 60,000 Ks or January next year. So fantastic service history. So we'll keep coming around. Now you will notice that is privacy windows on the back, so they're not actually tinted. That is just dark glass. It's how they come out of the factory. So we can, but that is all stuff that we can do in-house if that's something you want to look at as well. Again, all your child locks, everything on the back here. Pretty clean through the rest of it though. Pretty tidy through the inside there. Through the back. We've got a little argument separator in the middle here with a couple cup holders in there. We've got a 60-40 split for these seats. So there's a 40% on that side, 60% on this side, and you've got a little button here to push those down. So simply roll that forward. And we've got 1, 2, 3 child anchor points on all 3 of these seats as well. That side's going to do the same, and you get nearly a flat platform through to the back there as well. Now these seats, that seat belt can come undone as well. So you simply undo it from that ISOFIX there. That should be able to let go and tuck away for you as well if you want that extra space. Let's give you a quick look just over that roof there. Looking very tidy up there. And down the passenger side, fuel inlets obviously on this side here too. I'll show you the release is for that when we jump inside the car. Pretty clean through this back wheel. Again, absolutely stacks of tread in there. Not too bad through the back here. So you got little parking sensors across the back, so 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. One little stone chip there. A little sort of mark, a little faint one where my fingernail is there. But not too bad through the back. A little tiny little bit of wear just on the back of that boot. I'd say they've obviously had something in the back that's just kind of rubbed up against it. Same thing just on the inside here. But other than that, very, very tidy on the inside here. So you've got the spare tyre, space saver, jack on the outside there, tools up all on the left hand side as well. Now this actually does come out, so if you're ever on the side of the road and you need to change your tyre, this gives you a little bit of a solid platform to be able to use. You're not on hot bitumen or anything like that. You got little tie down points hidden around the inside here, so 1, 2, 3, and 4 in the back here as well. And like I said, just a tiny little bit of wear on the inside of that in the boot, but nothing too bad. Let's close that one up. Around the driver's side. Pretty clean through here. That colour is just unreal. That looks so good in the sun. Such a big fan of that colour. So just down to the driver's side rear. Wheel again looking very clean. Plenty of tread left on that one as well. So just obviously through the inside here. Again, child locks, electric windows, the whole works. A little tiny bit of wear there and there, but nothing too bad. Go to the inside. So finally just the driver's side door. So like I said, we got that button here as well for the entry. So you simply push that, locks the door, push it again, and it's going to unlock it for us as well. Pretty tidy through that side there. So we're going to jump in, start it up for you. Now we've got a little height adjustment here, so I love these ones because I'm a short person, so you can either raise that right all the way to the bottom or raise it all the way back up as well. It gives you a bit better view over the bonnet. We've got the release to the back seat there too, so you can adjust that, and a little rail under there to slide that one forward. Bonnet release is just down here. That one there, I'm going to pop that because I do want to show you under there in just a second as well. And the fuel release is just down the bottom here as well, so that one there. So the other door plate, little compliance plate down the bottom there. Master controls all up on the driver's side here, so your electric adjustments for the mirrors and everything like that from there, left and right side of the car, and you just adjust that as you need to. Central locking for the car obviously, so you can lock it while you're driving, and of course window locks and controls for the windows there too. Little tiny little marks, a couple little ones. These ones I reckon could maybe come out with a little bit of polish or a bit of armor all or something. I can give it to the guys at the back and see if there's something we can maybe do about that. It's always a question we can ask. So we're going to jump in. So foot on the brake. You got your little push button over the left hand side here, so we push that one. So as long as the foot's on the brake and the keys in the car, that's going to work for us. Just close this door up because it's pretty hot out there. So just starting from the driver's side here, so all those parking sensors that I mentioned, you can turn them on and off with those ones. So if you don't like them, sorry, this one here, if you don't like them, you can turn them on and off with that one there. That's basically your blind spot monitors. So in the actual mirrors themselves, there's a little, I'll try and get it so you can see it, but there's two pictures of, there's a picture of two cars just about there. So when someone's in your blind spot, they're going to illuminate. They'll turn orange. And so if there's a motorbike or a car there that you can't see, they're going to be orange. So you know not to turn into them. So you've got those on both mirrors. All your forward collision mitigation. So if somebody slams on the brakes in front of you and you're not paying attention, the car will actually brake and react for you. You've actually got a sensitivity on that, so you can react how close you want that. So there's a close, far, or near. So that way, depending on what sort of driving you're doing, whether it's around town or out in the country. You've got lane departure here as well, so if you start to drift over the lanes, it's going to react and it's going to beep and it's going to let you know. And again, it's all stuff that you can adjust from down here if you do and you don't like them. That little scroll button there is basically an adjustment for the headlights, so you can adjust the pitch of the headlights to get a little bit more distance out of those guys as well. Really nifty little feature. Cruise control is all up on the right hand side of the steering wheel here too. Headlights are all over on the right. And so you've got automatic settings for the high beam and then automatic settings for the headlights themselves too. So it's all light sensitive, they'll turn on and off as they need to. And then all your wipers are all up on the left hand side. Again, you've got an automatic setting for those guys too. Radio control, so jump between different stations, stuff like that, all from the steering wheel, and answering the calls from the Bluetooth side of things is all up here as well. I will hold the camera. Now my camera makes these things look like they're flashing, but they're actually not. It's just a little LCD screen that's in there. I'll try and get that on the right angle so you can see. It's going to be a pain for me, it always does this. Somewhere there, but that's not actually flashing, that's just the camera. So it's only done 47,565 kilometers as it sits right now. It's even got a full tank of fuel, which is even better. Can't ask for better than that. No engine lights or dash lights or anything like that. It's only the handbrake and the seatbelt light at the top there as well. And like I said, not due again for another service until 60,000 kilometers or January next year. Huge big touchscreen display here as well. A little reverse camera tucked in the back, so as soon as we chuck that into reverse, you can see the little red line there. So that's basically going to be, you've got those sensors on the back. The closer we get to that red line, the faster they're going to beep. Once it hits that red line, it's just a flat tone. So that's enough room to be able to park up to another car or a garage wall and be able to basically walk between, open the boot, all that kind of stuff as well. So there's nearly a foot in between that red line and the back of the car there too. As soon as we go back to park, huge big touchscreen display up here. So we've got settings in there, multimedia, so you can jump into your radio, all your different stations, AM, Bluetooth, all that kind of stuff at the top. All your little infotainment stuff, so all the information side of things to the car. And of course, once your phone's connected, you can go through there as well. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, all access from that one as well, which you use your phone, plug it into the USB on the bottom, and you'll be able to use those too. And just all the rest of your personalization settings and everything through there too. So real nice and easy, nice huge button so that while you're driving, if you do need to use it, you're not sort of trying to fiddle around with it. It's nice and easy to use, big, massive big display as well. Aircon's down the bottom, so fan speed, temperature, and where you want it coming out of. Those USBs to charge your phone or use the Apple CarPlay, whatever the case is. Traction control, little accessory plug in there. Plenty of storage down the bottom. Little automatic gearbox, of course. The real handbrake, which is even better. Some cup holders and a bit of storage all through the middle there as well. And another little accessory plug there too. So plenty of storage. Beautiful cars. We've got adjustable seat belts there, drop down handles on all four doors. On the inside here, we should have some mirrors with some lights. And same thing again on the driver's side here as well. So that's all working for you too. Absolutely awesome car. I will leave this running because, like I said, I did pop that bonnet because I do want to show you under there before we finish up. Sorry about dragging on through the video. They're normally about 10 minutes, but I just want to try to show you as much as we possibly can. And that car is beeping at me because I got the key in my pocket, and so I've left it running. So it just beeps at you to remind you that you have actually left the car on. So there's your little motor, little 4-cylinder. Battery down the side there. Little MyVec motor, Mitsubishi Innovative Technology. Very, very tidy through the inside. Now you got reason I left it running. You got these little daytime running lights, so as soon as the car's on, these little LEDs are going to turn on as well. So they look awesome, but they're a little safety feature as well. So guys, thank you so much for your inquiry, and can't wait to hear feedback soon.